Hey Scorpio, this is your reading for July 2019. This is Healed and Open. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's at healed_and_open, just as the channel is for the YouTube. Okay, so I tried to do your reading on Friday and it was a mess. And I think I knew it was a mess, but I was going to struggle through it. But I got a phone call that interrupted the video, and I took it as a sign. As much as I wanted to struggle with it, I accepted the sign and kind of gave myself time to come back to it. Okay, so we're going to start this over. If I can give you a little clue, I pulled 7 or 8 cards. Every card was in reverse. Every single card was in reverse. And I was like, okay, well, let's see. So we'll see what we have today. Holy Spirit, what is the message, the energy that you have for Scorpio? Oh, this deck that I'm shuffling now is the Soulful Wisdom deck. I got it off of Amazon, and I haven't before, but the author's name is Helene Lerner. Okay, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Trust. This is the same card that came out on Friday. So it says trust. The number is 31. Today I see all the people in my life as my teachers. Help me know that every success and challenge I face is for my soul's growth. Okay. I will read 31. Okay, there is a spirit axiom that goes something like this. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Everyone we encounter is our teacher, and there is no experience from which we cannot learn. Every relationship, every awesome connection, every troublesome encounter can be looked at in a spiritual way. This person or that situation has been introduced into our life for a reason, guiding us towards something important. If only we will pay attention. If we adopt this attitude, we become more accepting of our most painful struggle, because we can understand these struggles as opportunities to learn and grow. Help me to know that every success and challenge I face is for my soul's growth. All right. Here, so I can see it. Okay. Holy Spirit, what message do you have for Scorpio, July 2019? Message do you have for Scorpio? Here we go. 10 of Cups in reverse. Hangman in reverse. Four of Swords. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. Eight of Swords. Let me have one more card. Eight of Wands. Okay, let's start here. Okay, so I feel like you definitely are going through a period of unhappiness. And I feel like maybe it looks good on paper, but the way you perceive it is something that you're not happy about for sure. I feel like you have a choice, and you know you have a choice to make changes to the situation, but if you make changes to the situation, it'll cause a lot of conflict. So you make a choice to kind of just step back and let things play out the way they will. Kind of you be still, but you let things go on in the background that will go on the way they will. I feel that you may have some sense of deception about a significant other. Maybe you felt that they were more proactive, more mature, and essentially that's not what they are. I feel like you've given them, you've seen them through their potential, which they're able to do, but in reality they are the Page of Swords. Very, very able, or they have room for a lot of growth. Definitely, I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know what other way to say it. Like, they have the potential, but they don't see that they have that potential. I feel like there's a decision to be made, and you're giving them the opportunity to step up, but essentially they don't want to. They're fine, like, in the skin they're in. And while you take that as a red flag, another reason why you should leave, you choose to stay. I feel like the Hangman and the Eight of Swords are in the same position. But with you being, like, with you making the choice to stay, you're not really making the best of the situation. Does that make sense? So let's see. Maybe there's an argument over potential children. Planning a future life together. Maybe you've told them that you're pregnant and they didn't react how you really expected them to. They kind of isolated themselves. I don't know if you can still see that. Or you guys have kind of separated from each other, really, because we have the Hermit card and we have the Five of Cups after. Yeah, the Five of Cups that come after the Eight of Wands. And maybe this news isn't as exciting. Maybe for you, you were on the fence about it being exciting, but based off of your significant other's reaction, it's definitely seen more as a conflict or a challenge for you guys and something to be happy about. Um, Maybe your significant other doesn't feel like maybe they feel like they already have enough going on, and to add a child into the mix would be difficult. Either way it goes, I feel like you're I feel like you may be willing to continue on without them. Although, but I don't think you're taking a positive light to it. Let's see. And maybe because before the news came along, if you are pregnant, maybe before the news came along, you already realized that this person isn't someone that you would have a long lasting relationship with. But since it came along, you're essentially wanting to do what society deems is right and raise the child together. And you force yourself to be on board with it and kind of just go with it, knowing you're not really happy, but they're not wanting to do that. And so maybe it's something done out of a karmic relationship, or maybe there are things that are transpiring. Possibly starting a business together. Maybe even being joint collectors of something, something that ties you guys together is a part of a karmic message, a karmic cycle, um, something that you have to do together, regardless of what you want. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be unhappy about it. And I think that's where this card comes in, where it's telling you to trust. Like, I'm not sure what you're supposed to learn from this message or from this situation that's going on. Um, but whatever it is, it's supposed to help you, help help you grow, help you get to the temperance level, um, help you look inside and dig deeper and really develop those characteristics that you'll need to move higher. But I don't think you guys are supposed to do this. I don't think you guys are supposed to ascend with each other, but maybe just go through this particular situation with each other. And once it's done, then you won't have any more dealings with each other. And maybe that's, hold on, let's see. Maybe that's why you guys are doing this. Okay, so we have, I asked what's the reason for this going on. We have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So if it's not a baby, it's possibly a business adventure, an investment, maybe real estate, maybe even stocks. So if it's not a relationship that has to do with pregnancy, it's a partnership that just has to do with the business. And I think if it is a business, you can only start this business with the person that you are starting it with. But out of it, both of you grow. I think you guys grow in different areas, but you essentially grow. Someone becomes very money smart. Someone, as far as like predictions, and someone becomes very money smart as far as like stability, accounting, savings. Um, and out of it, I feel like you're able to teach an array of, I won't say generations, but an array of age groups from the elderly to whatever business this is. I feel like it affects age groups that span from the youth to the geriatric community. And maybe that's why both of you are needed, because you both bring something. It's definitely something that was meant meant to be. The two of you must start this business together. The two of you must raise or have this child together. What is the outcome for Scorpio in July 2019? Lover's card. So it's not a romantic situation, but it's definitely something that will change you guys' life. But I think in order for it to change you guys' life, you have to look at it in a positive way. So don't think of it as I'm stuck with you, or I have to do this with you. And maybe they've done you wrong. Maybe they did something that you feel, maybe when you thought they were a knight and they showed you they were a page, you were ready to write them off. But in this situation, regardless if you're wanting to write them off or not, you're going to need to let the positives outweigh the negatives. The positives will have to outweigh the negatives. So while you're focusing on their flaws, you should be focusing on their attributes that can help you guys as a whole. Definitely, I would say work on yourself, but don't think you're doing all of this yourself, because it can only be successful if the two of you are doing it together. The ending, I feel like the ending is good. The ending has a lot to do with the community. I don't know if it's joining two families. I don't know if it's revamping a community, but it's something that I feel like if you look at it deeper than what it should look like, of course I see it this way, what it should look like, then you'll have benefits, because fake happy definitely outweighs, no, true happiness definitely outweighs fake happiness. So this is where you start off, but if you get through all of the nonsense, all of the BS, you definitely end up with this, which is success, which is definitely happiness. Maybe your dreams come full circle. Maybe even you start to understand why you two were brought together. This is a general message. I tried to touch on 2 topics. If you feel like it resonates, let me know. If you're interested in an individual reading, let me know. It's healed and open. Thank you, Scorpio.